that's how it is. But I think this one, the draft looks just overall better for LFY.
Yes, I think so. Definitely more cohesion and a lot of control. 3 different forms of silence.
Hey, this is that aggro play we've been missing out on. Trying to find early first blood here.
Serenity seem a little suspicious. ZZZ and XCJ make it back into the tower. All right.
They'll just end up securing themselves the 2 runes.
Be safe for now, but up top there is nobody, and PYW in enemy territory. It'll probably just be a 2-for-2 even spread.
And both teams are going to know what the lanes are as well, just because they bumped into each other, so they're aware where Lestrack's going. So he starts running to the top lane to go there. Doom is still in the bottoms.
I'll take your tribute.
Looks pretty good for the Radiant. They got what they wanted. What's Sand King doing? Oh, he's going to TP off. Who wants to be there in the moment.
And he shall. Early wards come down. Radiant gets a vision of that bounty. Each team with mid ward. EP and ZYD Lena.
So certainly one of these lanes that you're looking for the Lena to do better. Just get her ball rolling nice and early.
Yeah, I think the idea of the counter pick of Lena versus DP is also outside of the lane. Just having burst damage to deal with the death profit tends to feel pretty good.
Top lane already late in the damage there. And that's just 1 round from the Lestrack Sand King. That's why this combo is so strong.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And, I mean, you look at the Lestrack and that costs him nothing.
Yeah, Night Stalker has the right build. Bangos with the tango.
True.
But still, not necessarily easy. Zeus able to strike back with his level 1 lightning bolt. The one recently nerfed in the early levels there. A little extra mana cost. Bottom lane, Void Silencer on Disruptor Doom.
Yeehaw. I mean, there's some annoying things with Faceless Void. Both of these heroes have damage over time. So you see the Thunder Strike, and then if you get the sword coming down from Doom there, then not really a lot of good opportunities for Time Walk to be effective. So if they can continuously harass him like this, then he's going to be burning through his regen mighty quick, but he didn't bring a lot. So well prepared for this situation. I mean, he knew it was either going to be Lesh, Sand King, or these 2, so this guy was coming with it.
Yeah. One of the stages of the game, Silencer is really irritating the lane against that extra damage from the Glaives of Wisdom. Definitely adds up. We'll be low on mana, but you can kind of see the pressure put out onto LFY. Up top, another volley onto the Night Stalker, but trying to turn onto off. Q is only level 2, not able to save his Night Stalker, and that will be first blood drawn by the Sand King.
Yeah, no IO for the old Night Stalker this game, so not quite as beefy.
Back bottom, Doom surviving some pressure himself. Kinetic Field comes out, but that'll be all.
Using the formerly banned Tornado right here. Okay, guys.
The game breaker.
Saved. Yeah, we're all good now.
Kale, the bandwidth assassin. Yeah, you get that toughness aura. Really nice on Doom. He's a 0 armor hero, at least starting out, so the aura is actually quite helpful against the right clicks.
It's no satyr, but what can you do? You know, can't always find him.
Just an often overlooked thing. You always think of, oh, the Wild Wing, it gives you the tornado. It's like, so get a little Bassy Rain there.
I mean, Doom can't even use the tornado. Like, it is
it's dumb. It was 200 mana. He's got 280.
Mana pool, and now he's got the less because he just lost 2.
That's true. He's even dumber now.
Soon enough, he won't even be able to cast it.
Up top, this could be another kill on the Night Stalker. They eat a mango. And now Xinq's in some trouble. Oh my, the dubious duo. Lech, Sand King. Living for the reputation up top.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And that bottom lane out there, just kind of out of stuff. Like, there's a setup and a tangle left on the Void, but Silencer is nothing. He's relying on stick charges right now.
Yeah, a lot of trading down bottom. It has worked out okay for the Void. He is still doubling up the Doom in terms of last hits, but it has come at a cost. That is for sure.
We got Clarity's coming out. We got Tango's coming out. The emergency service courier is heading to that bottom lane to save it.
Yep. Mid in terms of CS, very even. Both Super and ZYD level 5. Within 1 or 2 last hits of each other.
Where the levels of the Dragon Slaves start becoming pretty important. Go ahead to the jungle, firm up a little bit.
Time walk, boy will be fine.
Oh, this is a long dive up top down the Night Stalker too. He ends up flying onto the cliff there and continuing his tangoing. But no real. We remain 3-1 first nighttime rotation. Pi is just kind of hoping that maybe deep too deep, but
Pi.
he is right on super board. You have a problem?
How does PYW make the sound pie?
It's too many syllables. I don't know.
Well, no, I get that argument, but how is that a logical preface to so PYW? It's
I'm
pie.
cutting off the W.
Oh, it's a silent W. It's like it's like Ray with a W. Like Ray. I had a friend whose dad's name was Ray with a W.
Bullshit.
I'm actually...
At that point, your name is not Ray. Your name is actually Ray with a W. That's how you have to physically say it to every human being you ever meet. But anyway, Zeus dies.
It's actually more ridiculous. Yeah, I wish I could go back in time and just ask him, like, what was wrong with our parents? To just put a W there. Oh, boy.
That's a bold play.
Is he dead here? I think so. Doom just comes in and gives him the chop.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one.
Oh, see, I was writing down Ray, and then I remembered that there was a W in writing, so I thought maybe there's a silent W in Ray, too.
That's a pretty good excuse, you know, if you had to come up with something.
That's a pretty good... I got to thinking. Anyway.
Anywho. Everything, Dota 2. That's where we're at, actually.
2 to 5. Some even exchanging here in the mid lane. I don't know why I said the mid lane. And the laning stage in the bottom lane. Oh, I'm jet lagged.
I did. See, this is the last one.
Bad news.
But it's glorious Dota. And that's what we're
good.
here for, guys.
Oh, it's
you know,
good.
we love it.
This is what you come to expect out of hubs. Hubs have that degree of chaos. Make you go, oh lord. Yeah, with a nice glimpse. This Doom in a lot of trouble here, Trent. ZZZ doesn't have the clicks. TP gets canceled, and now mid, I think it's a rotation. Oh, boo, he's smoked. He's level 4, the LSA connects, and now he says, it's an opportunity. Spirit Siphon, Euro Strike. Do they have the damage? It's going to be a close one. Drops the Laguna, but Super still secures the kill. Pi and XCJ both TP in.
Costly.
Very nice for Super's Death Prophet.
At the very least, we'll get a here. Nice song. By the way, only level 3. It's almost level 4. It's not too bad.
It's that bad, but certainly not over-leveled at this stage. Disruptor at a similar spot as they all rendezvous for the shrine. Double null tally on this Death Prophet. Also, a double null tally on the Lina.
But have you seen who's top of the CS chart?
Let's take a gander.
Oh, it's Zeus.
Heyo.
What happened there? This guy's been left all alone up top. He's about to get into some arcanes.
He's a bloody farmer.
Forget about his start.
So it's a support Night Stalker.
Yeah.
And a proper core Zeus.
And all these rotations going on.
Wow. Well, I think that's really great against the Death Prophet. This feels like a game where you still need Yules. You almost want to buy a Hood of Defiance on DP, I think. You've got to be tempted.
Someone's going to be doing that.
Someone's going to be buying a pipe, no doubt, but it could be a game where you get value out of just having the base piece yourself for the active.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, Faceless Void is one of these cores that already is largely magic damage focused through time lock, so.
Sand King. The stun on the Pi, but down bottom it's Doom, he's chronoed.
Not minus 2, dude. The Wandering Ripper Dream.
Back mid, Trent. Pro strike, falls short. Pi, he will go down.
Can't get the damage.
Lagooner falls short, and oh my. It's 2 dead. LFY, now they lose off food to the wrath of the Thunder God. The global presence indeed. Zing Q finds another.
Hey, I think they spotted that ward from the Zeus ult. I mean, boys, L-Fly know that's there, I think. At least I pinged it, but they
I would be okay if Zeus's ult didn't true sight like that.
Yeah, that's a question.
Rewards. I get the lightning ball. When you're just doing that to kill somebody, and you find a ward too, it's like, what did that? He didn't need that B ward there.
It's part of the hero, though. You know, I was talking about this the other day with someone.
It was me. You were complaining about
right.
Zeus.
I was complaining about it, but you're right. It's always been a thing for Zeus. You know, there's not many heroes that have these like true sight elements. I don't think he's ever picked for his true sight.
But if you take it away, it's like if you took Pulse Nova away from left. It's like, what? Come on! That's always been his ultimate. It's always gonna be his ultimate.
Oh no.
See you later, Void.
Sometimes you're just half HP and you get burrow straight from the top. That's
yep. Oh, mid lane super. Is this a great bait? He goes in onto the Night Stalker. Does use the Exorcism here, trying to get some damage to the tower. He does have friends nearby on the high ground, but they're not going to rotate this way. Instead, they want the bounty. Not the greatest use of Exorcism, but Super doesn't hesitate.
It's a lot of attention mid, and there's no one defending top. So
That's
they're
true.
just going to trade that pressure up into there.
There is a point in the Diabolic Edict. Will fuse mitigating some upset damage, but Monet farming very well.
Unholy Aura as well. Doom now too for that push. Very nice.
More pressure back mid. Now we're heading back top. This has been a very aggressive early game compared to what we've seen, but Doom drops the namesake on Zeus.
Highest farmed hero on the Radiant.
And I think they're going to find him. There it is, the Hadouken for good measure. The Thunder God is down. Yeah, Monet is balling.
Yeah, he is way up on this game. A lot of these core Lestrax having some struggles, but his lane is so strong with the Sand.
Static Storm Kinetic Field. Say hello to the Faceless Void. He's going to go down again. Laguna will finish off Yao, but ZYD gets punished. It's a 1 for 3 around the map. Monet making the rotation, securing his mega kill streak. Great lead for LFY as the pickoffs continue to mount.
Okay, now the question is, can they transition this into all of these towers too? This will be their first full siege, or no, actually they won't be able to continue this, I don't think, the Exorcism.
We'll see. Rocky.
But Edict does have a number on towers.
Yeah, they're actually just scanning, there's nothing there, and yeah, I didn't realize he actually had the points so high in already, the second point, so
yeah,
nicely done. Double the damage.
Kind of interesting going for that second value point, but now Serenity, they're angry. They're going to smoke up. They've got a Chrono. They say, hey, you know what? Nobody ganks our Void and gets away with it when he's got Chrono. Except they might have just gotten away with it. Smoke's broken. They're going to go back to farming. Oh, or maybe Death Prophet lurks.
They have that dire ward further into the jungle, though.
Ah, there it is. Great vision from the Dire, who are clumped up around the mid. Yule's Scepter out on Leshrac. Monet says, guys, I gotta play it safe. I'm going for the BKB. I know it's not surprising, but I gotta do it.
Yep. No, it's certainly the way to go with this one. And we're gonna smoke up the Yules, though. Into the fray, the belly of the beast, and oh no, Zeus ult.
Now Defiance up on Doom.
Yeah, they might still get a glimpse here onto this silencer. Don't quite get the vision. They don't have a ward ready on SK.
Oh, there's the Night Stalker and some big follow-up damage. Afu takes the Laguna, and it's actually going to be a pickup the other way for Serenity. Still charging it forward and barely survives, but not quite. Does actually burn the last kick of the Doom. A 1 for 2, soon to be 1 for 3 as Yao gets bashed in the face by ZZZ.
I thought Void was going to go north and find the DP, but yeah, got unlucky, I would say, on the guess there.
What a weird fight. That's just a 1K net worth swing going back the way of Team Serenity.
Yeah.
Didn't really feel like they had to use too much for it. It was just a no hesitation Laguna Blade, Sand King, maybe just a little too far forward. And almost even lucky that they got the Night Stalker. Literally the last tick Infernal Blade burn is what killed him. It was a close one.
Yeah, that's a very dangerous area to try and go in for the big play there.
Diving deep. 10 int. Not bad for the silencer.
Yeah, he's doing really well, actually. All that taken from the Doom. Hurting him. He's only got 27 int right now.
What a loser.
Yeah. Dummy. not passing a lot of tests, I don't think. As Leshrac guy, he's real smart.
He's pretty smart. He is smart.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Night Stalker looking for some phase boots.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Serenity have a pretty strong team, but I feel like the Night Stalker is the one hero I haven't really felt the impact from. We were sort of thinking it would be the support Zeus and core Night Stalker, and seeing this just roaming brown boots Night Stalker at 15 minutes. I fear for his ability to scale in this game.
Well, one thing I really like about Night Stalker in terms of like being any sort of a core role is having a position 4 who can like farm up and accelerate a lot with items, or like trade really well.
Afu, whoa, gets low. He makes it to the high ground, but Zinq will finish him off.
He's actually like one of the most important heroes for them right now. He really needs that Blink Dagger, because that is the best way that they can start making moves across the map for the dire side, and slowing Afu down is really... But what I would say is, like, when I have Night Stalker, it's a hero that you just need someone who can like try and just get some farm going while you're trying to make stuff happen across the map, right? So Zeus fits in really well there. And he just kind of started absorbing the lane once Night Stalker left and started rotating. So
yeah, I gotcha.
His Agnum's gonna be very early. He already has the here and just picked up.
All right, Kaya in the Axe. Nimbus is pretty ridiculous.
Especially like with or after a chrono.
One of the best Aghanims, especially once you get to that level 20 talent. 0.5 second mini stun. It's ridiculous. Like you said, you drop that thing inside of a chronosphere and you're having a good time. Mask of Madness going to be on the way for the old no-face guy here. A little more damage coming on the Void. That's always good. They might even choose to smoke up around that item pickup. And the chronosphere being available.
Wanted to go to my references here to figure out here. Do you recall what the #1 Aghanim scepter is?
Well,
Sun fans list.
I hadn't, but since I looked, it does make sense. He went the meta option.
The Alchemist.
Alchemist is in its own tier.
That's a Suns fan answer. I don't know. Then he has Night Stalker as #2. That seems to have fallen down, honestly. I don't know. Yeah. I feel like he's not actually that valuable anymore. Where is his Zeus?
Was this made before the Zeus Nimbus?
I think so. No.
Up top, Doom in some trouble. Ultimate from Zeus to see where the enemies are. They see he's alone and that the chronosphere. Yao gets evaporated. Maybe they can clean this up though. Nice stun on 2. The follow-ups there. Both supports of Serenity go down and it ends up being a 2 for 2. However, it's another exorcism used and there's not going to be a hell of a lot of follow-up here. So not really a victory for Serenity, but in some ways it does stop LFY from playing this high-tempo game that they want where they can just keep knocking down these towers. There's still a tier 1 standing in the mid. Yeah, they're exorcisming up near their own tier 1. It was a net worth gain for the Radiant, if I'm not mistaken. They actually gained more than the Dire, so overall feeling pretty good. Kind of flatlined here. Yeah. So Zeus is 34. I think Suns fan needs to do an update because that yeah, it's way better. That can't be right. So you guys want to tweet at him and he has OD's Aghanims ranked higher than Nimbus. What is wrong with this man? Oh, that can't be right. 32. All right. This clearly needs to be worked on. It needs to be updated for the new patches. I think it's needs to be a living, breathing document, like a business plan. He needs to do a community poll or something. Community poll. He needs to fix his Aghanims list and base it off of that. He just needs to do a professional poll. You know, ask a couple players, ask a couple brilliant analysts. They don't know anything about Aghanims. No? No, Suns fans, he doesn't ask other people. That's true. Is under attack. All right, well, this is looking more like what you're expecting from LFY. They're all grouped up around this tower. They don't have the exorcism, but they're still feeling fairly strong with the chronosphere and being up, it being daytime. They are forced into fighting during this time period, so although it's a little bit slower, it's still fine. The Edict helping, of course. Well, up top, little tower exchanging. Serenity putting some pressure onto that tier 1. I think you've been Boston and Australian, and now I don't know what that was. I'm just Southern. What? Not Southern. Southern. It's like molasses rolling out of your mouth. That sounded a little better, but I don't know. Southern. Well, that's the Hick Southern. That must be a French-Canadian thing.
You know, all those set spread, that's Louisiana.
Oh,
they're French-Canadians.
That's true. The Cajun. Pie walks right into a Leshrac, and now XCJ also going to join the danger zone, but Chronosphere, Global.
It did save Silencer, but there was not enough follow-up damage. Now Afu comes
Did it
through.
actually save Silencer, though? Nat did for sure.
Dude, the team is working hard to save his life.
Nice stun from Lesh, but still Afu gets brought down. They make it a 1-for-2. Static Storm, Kinetic Field not doing much. They want this Lina. She's been doomed. The right clicks still hurt. Zeus nowhere to be found. He's farming in the offline. This is a true 5v4.
1 second until glimpse. The nighttime. They're gonna lose the vision. They can't get the glimpse off now. The saves.
That was some great footwork in the tree line there. Very nice. Let's take a look at the recap. It is like LFY with the edge.
All Night Stalker pressing R. He was dead. R.
Well, that was space created for Zeus. Zinq is now 300 gold off the Aghanim. So, dare I say, that might be worth it because this is a real game-changing item. However, Eon Disc, second choice on the DP. Forget about the value hood. Super's going straight for the reset.
Wow. It is immensely important. Oh, bottom lane.
Hello. Goodbye.
That's a godlike Leshrac, just blowing up the Faceless Void, and
Monet's going Nectar this game.
they're now gonna get the Roche before the Nimbus is up, which would have made it much more difficult. You can just place up like the untargetable area.
Yep.
And control Roche.
Perfect timing here. Roshan goes down. Aegis now in the hands of the Lesh.
LFY trying to push us into a game 3, see if they can convert here. But that next exorcism, that'll be part of our plan. So what are we going to have when we move for these towers? Eul's Scepter could be finished by Sand King at that point. Leshrac going in towards a Bloodstone, so something a little bit more, you know, dragging it out, oriented.
Orientation. Pipe. It's there for the Doom. He just needs a turn with the Courier. Man, that's brutal for this Zeus. He gets Ags right as Pipe comes out, BKB for Lesh, and they get Roche.
Yeah.
It's a tall order.
But it is Nimbus. I don't really feel bad for any Zeus player, just saying.
Yeah, it is fair.
That skill is infuriating to play against.
I haven't played a nice Zeus game in a while. But man,
it's
is
so
it satisfying.
hard to kill the damn thing, you know? That's what gets me.
That's what gets me. Just how many clicks I have to put into Nimbus.
Like, seriously. It's not very exciting.
Say? Brent's 100 gold.
That is true. You get a lot of cash.
BKB on the Lina, and oh, Disruptor's about to be enlightened.
Oh, excellent. Lighten away. Get yourself to level 10.
Dude, get that health. Smoke now. They're so excited at this Disruptor buying the Tome.
I think Radiant should probably want smoking here too once they can put waves. Try and use a Chrono and a Nimbus or something. Silencer has the smoke, has the phase boots. I believe that is their plan, but yeah, as he's pointed out, the pressure is encroaching here, and Leshrac just shows, and that signals to them that the rest of the Dire team is around.
Whoa, Burrow strike on 2. Afu looks like a nice setup, but he gets chunked down. Laguna Blade, the Global, the Nimbus, they're trying to chase down Doom as well. Serenity just completely turned that around. Now a glimpse onto Silencer, but he just walks away, and Doom now going to be the target that they initiate on. Monet, BKB charging in, does catch a nice stun on 2. Super also trying to follow suit. It's a defensive Chrono. ZZZ has to get out of dodge, but sets it up for the Lina on the high ground. Defensive Yules buys Super a little bit of time, and the Aegis for Monet. He's back to life, but no BKB. Stun might bring down the Night Stalker. It will, but another Nimbus. It's come back, and Monet is all by his lonesome. Doom going to be on the other side. Super even getting low, but Silencer's been doomed, and he is going to go down.
The Eon Disc had just come back for about 5 seconds when Zeus popped the ulti to try and kill Super. That's why Super stuck around, is that he knew he wouldn't be brought down because the Eon Disc was back. So he was below what would have been the kill threshold.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So a 2 for 2, but of course Aegis on the Lesh. Pretty pretty good fight for Serenity, all things considered. That started with a burrow strike on 2 under the tower.
Yep.
They forced out a relatively defensive chrono. They might catch the Void again here. He does not have BKB. Silence locks him down. Now some TPs coming in. There's that Nimbus once more. BKB for Monet. Pi pops the Shrine. He's getting low, but another burrow strike. He might just survive. BKB from the Lina. Charging onto the DP. Yules into Laguna.
Afu goes back in here.
A brave play from the Sand King. Nice stun from the Lesh. Still a lot of resources for Serenity. Glimpse back from Yao. Another kinetic field. The Disruptor feels so irritating. Doom going back in. Wants to finish off the Night Stalker. He will fly up to the high ground. Gets the Urn Charge. And now they find Yao. Is it going to be enough for the kill? It's going to be close. Pi on the edge. And down he goes. Afu also gets brought down by Xingqiu, so I think Serenity get the edge after all that. It's a long chase throughout the Radiant jungle, and oh, Daddy hits a 1K swing.
2 for 3, and a lot of that gold going on to the Lina, and the one that you really want to accelerate now. Zeus, you're done with. He's got Aghanims. You know, he's not a major concern in terms of getting items and gold. It's more about the Void and the Lina trying to get somewhere into this match, but Afu looking real good. Not quite enough, though.
Yeah, very aggressive plays from the Sand King.
All right, is Light of Heaven on a different account or something, or who is pinging all these shrines? This SDN guy, all over the shrine.
I dare you to ping the shrine.
I'm not that way. I'm a serious professional caster.
Oh, well,
that's a good item.
Eon
Not
Disc, bought him a little time, but Laguna still comes out. There's the Yules, and Super gets blown up. Now, it was a BKB from the Lina. Yeah, that's a 8-second charge. Void still has his 10-second, but it's a chrono down. Still called a good pick.
That's a great find for them, too, because it was also daytime. So
sure was.
Getting a little bit aggressive there. Only 2 more minutes until night. And they're able to just fight so well right now. Even when they don't have chrono, there's still this threat of the Nimbus. So, like, when they try and play aggressive from the side of LFY, they still have to be really worried about that every single time. Makes it harder for the Dire to abuse the cooldowns of the Radiant side, whereas when the Radiant want to fight, knowing that Doom or Exorcism are down, they can just pop Knight if it's available, or they can always have Nimbus ready because it's so short.
Yes, sir. Lincoln Sphere is going to be coming out. Lina working on that, and a Shadow Blade for the Void. Over on the Dire, item progression-wise, Lesh mentioned the Octarine.
On that for a long while.
Yep. Force Staff coming on the Sand King. One of the other irritating aspects of Zeus, every so often, like, guys, what do you think they're up to? I don't know. Let's press R and find out. You just have this global vision presence up on a pretty short cooldown every minute and a half.
Yep.
Great for, we've even seen it once this game, intercept smoke gank. Value Town.
Alright, so game plans per team. It feels like the next Roche... well, yeah, next Roche seems kind of important for LFY, I would say. You're up against Aegis, so traditionally, you know, it's hard... Or sorry, you're up against Chrono, and traditionally it's hard to buy an item to win against Chrono. Now, mind you, Eon Disc is pretty good, but with the Nimbus and everything, Aegis is just obviously going to be a lot better. So get the Aegis, try and force the Chrono onto the Aegis, and then overwhelm them afterwards in the ensuing fight after the Aegis has been popped.
Bruh.
Hard
it's a Hood of Defiance.
The Hood.
You went back for it.
Good item.
It was like, hey, you know what, the Eon Disc isn't enough. I need the active. Tough game for the DP to itemize. Even one of the Shivas, I was like, well, shit, I need the BKB.
He has to be the siege engine, you know, the one who eventually takes these tier 2s and these Raxes. For Radiant's game plan, obviously, it feels like keep doing what you're doing, because it seems like they are slowly taking over this game, even though it's not getting anywhere in terms of net worth. It just kind of feels like the fights are going their way, the Nimbus is there, pushing waves feels so easy and safe with the Lina as well as just the Nimbus.
Yep.
But their game plan should certainly be, I would say, to get more aggressive with their warding.
Early BKB from Monet. No TP. Does catch a stun on one, but that's a Chronosphere. And a lot of right clicks. Now Afu with a nice stun in. The follow-up as well. That's not Afu, that's the Doom, but still. There's Afu. There he is. And he's dead. I really did. That was the true caster curse. 2 down on the side of LFY. Serenity now on the run. Super with the exorcism deployed. Still has the Eon Disc. Pi just trying to make some space for his team to make it out. The fiery sword on the low ground. Bloodstone gets that Lesh back nice and quick. Somebody else died there. But another fight for Serenity, a 1K net worth swing. It's just these little skirmishes getting them back into this game and not letting LFY run away with it.
Yeah, and you look at it, you're like, okay, well, Chrono's down, but that's 2.5 minutes of night. This doesn't feel good as LFY to start pressuring in there. They do not have vision. Yeah. Their best ward is down in this part of the map. Other than that, all of this is just, it looks like this, guys. On their screen, it's like this. Yeah. They don't see anything.
It's true. Doom does have the AoE War Stomp. That was why I beat him with the Sand King there. Amidst the chaos, I saw a Blink stun, heard the first strike. Shouldn't have trumped in my ears. Now, ZYD gets doomed after PKB. The Zeus ult's already been used for vision, and Void looking like he might survive through this. It's going to be kind of close. Doom actually putting a lot more pressure on. We'll finish him off, but now, oh, that was a nice deny. Nice stun from Afu, the follow-up, Static Storm, buyback now from Lina. LFY starting to run low on resources as Doom gets Laguna, and Afu gets put down, and even the Bloodstone deny from Monet. What looked like a pretty good setup forced them to go way too deep. And with just one buyback, they're completely punished, and this time it's a 2K net worth swing, and will open up for Serenity to go right into Roche.
Oh, only one Bloodstone in the game, but 2 denies, so... Nice played by the teams there. So Void has a little bit of pause because his team is gone. He's like, hey guys,
come on, fellas. Well, good stuff for Serenity. Look at that graph, and it's pretty leveled out now, but LFY not really playing at too much of a deficit. Either way, this Roche will tip the scales. This is Roche 2, so Aegis and Cheese. Void starting to be on quite the right clicker. What do we got coming on the courier here? Where are you, you little bird?
I think they got too excited after that last fight. This is classic, somebody kicked the network cable.
Oh.
Because they just wiped LFY and are thinking, oh my god.
So there's the Shadow Blade up on Void. Already been getting pretty good chronos, but now with this positioning tool, it'll be even easier.
He just did the exact same thing as last time. Got his Mask of Madness, had a good start, bought a PKB, and then gets an initiation.
Very back and forth game though here. Silencer now with some drums. He is up to 30 in stolen.
A lot of fights.
Cheese and crackers.
A lot of team fights.
This has ended up being a value Silencer game.
I wish I could see where it's stolen from.
Yeah, right. Some layers shit right there.
A lot of them are Afu's. He's only about 42 and he's rough.
Zeus ult gonna force out a shrine, maybe a wrap around here. Doom jumps in, Afu with the follow-up, but there's the global. Now Void presses forward, and Doom killed in the blink of an eye. Super on the back line, does have the exorcism. It's a buyback from the Doom, but still does not have his ultimate for another 40. Night Stalker stuck on the high ground. Doom needs to be a little careful here. Multiple exchanges breaking out. Void caught in the Static Storm kinetic field. Does have a cheese. Popped it now. Uses the Chrono, but has to get out of dodge. Sets it up onto the Lesh, but still Super's exorcism doing a lot of damage. Like he's going to try to get away on the backside, but over here, Void just trying to survive. Super does fall. Sand King with a burrow strike at the high ground. Now Doom will tie back as he gets clipped. Spread out fight is not working in favor of LFY as Serenity clean it up and keep their entire squad alive. Doom the only buyback used, and he does end up 6 feet under once again. Huge swing for Serenity.
Yeah, looked like they were going to get the Void too because they caught him in the river with the Static Storm and the burrow strike came out, but guess what? He had no mana in the epicenter. Wow. Because he's lost all his in, he dumb.
Yeah. 38 in now on that Invoker. High ground siege begins. I said invoke the Silencer. Those damn Blood Elves, they all look the same.
It's glance value right here. I mean, these purple robes.
Silencer up to 38 in. Tier 3 falls. Glyph's been used. Trent, dare I say, this looks like it could be the end of LFY in this series.
Aren't they out of gas in the tank though? No Chrono.
top
This is a bit
tower.
spooky right now.
I don't think so.
They're gonna get out. Top lane all the way in though. The healthy tower, but look at those range creeps laying into it here. No one's
Ooh.
even coming up top.
There we go. There's the TP,
TP's
but
on the way.
he'll get down to about 600 HP at least. Another siege creep attack.
Damage is done though. Jeez, that was rough.
Yep. Super going to get a little bit of farm. So no buybacks used except the Doom. Is BKB now coming? Kind of an awkward buyback though. Still didn't even get to use the ultimate.
Yeah.
Has it off cooldown now. Certainly not ideal. Still the Aegis on Lina. The cheese was consumed, but it was such a weird team fight. It was just all of these little 1v1 skirmishes. Kind of felt bad for Super. Popped the ultimate and then couldn't really find that. You know, you sort of want to be the focus, like the eye of the storm almost in these team fights. And he was on the periphery, just getting zoned out by that Night Stalker.
Just a lot harder to execute the setup required for LFY in this game, where you need like a two-man burst strike or something into a static storm kinetic field with DP standing there, and then those are the things that create these moments of just like, okay, this fight is over. It becomes a chase scenario.
Look at that, dude.
And that's when your glimpse becomes valuable and everything. But that's how Team Serenity are playing. They're the ones that are hitting these two-man chronos, or you know, some LSA play or something, or someone just gets silenced and then it's instantly numbers advantage. And they're the ones who are creating these big chase moments. They have the vision of the Zeus. They have the Night Stalker to hunt people down. And this full wraparound play with the Invis Void is looking dangerous.
It sure is. Maybe they can grab the Void.
Oh,
No!
mid-pass.
BKB, Chrono, and Global. Doom gets shut down again. Now the rest of the fight trying to find their targets. Yao gets brought down. They want the Void. He doesn't have the BKB, and the Epicenter does prove too much damage. Monet in the front line also doing a lot. Serenity have to get out of here. They've split up, and they're running low on resources.
They're going to turn back in for off maybe? And nope. Super getting the double kill being enough to drive them back.
Well, ends up being a 2 for 2. Could have been a lot worse for Serenity, and it is a net worth gain for LFY. But Zeus was not there. Whoopsie. He was just split farming that whole time, looking for his refresher not far away. And of course, did reveal that whole smoke rotation with the key ultimate to make that whole play possible.
All right. A little bit of life here for LFY. But still an uphill battle here.
Not great that they traded 2 for 2 in a 4v5.
Yep.
Zeus was literally not there. It's pretty telling of the state of this game, I think.
And the fact they had to solo Chrono the Doom, that actually kind of does Doom's job in a way, right? Like he still gets rid of the Chrono from the rest of the fight. And I think that's a very helpful thing for the rest of LFY, just so it doesn't land on Super mostly.
It's true. Very true.
But like Lesh too, if he gets Chrono, 6
Down
Bloodstone
to
charges.
6. You know the active is called Pocket Deny?
Oh, no I didn't.
I always thought it was suicide.
Yeah.
Pocket.
Okay.
No, like a pocket veto. Stick the deny in your pocket. What a weird name. Pocket deny.
Oh, Lina up top.
Oh, doomed. Static Storm and Kinetic Field.
Always thinking about it, but that will be dangerous.
He does not have the Chrono either. Up in 4. Mango's eaten.
Okay, again.
Oh, that's it.
They're on the road.
That's a big pick.
Slowing it down. That was just after the Aegis too. It was like 30 or 40 seconds after Aegis. So nice time to find her all alone. Perhaps a bit greedy there from Lina.
2K swing. Definitely a bit greedy.
But his team was also really nearby. So it was kind of like, it looked like they were setting up for the top tower. But they just got caught a little bit out of position, quite ready. And more enlightenment here for Disruptor.
Very
Trying
nice.
to get to that GPM talent.
Radiant creeps actually finish off that mid lane barracks though, pushing into the base. Will be another little bump for Serenity.
Oh, a little scout.
This Zeus is getting scary now. I think it was totally the right call to split push in that last fight. And now he's past level 20, so he's got the extra stun duration and the refresher. So that's double Nimbus, double Thunder God's Wrath. And of course Zeus also one of these heroes at level 25 is a complete game changer. That Arc Lightning talent is ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
So
nice
much damage. More than doubles it.
I wonder if he'll go Aghanims this time on the Faceless Void. I thought that was like kind of an item choice that maybe he would went for in the last game with how it was being played out. But in this game, I think particularly it looks good versus the Exorcism as well as the Doom.
Not many buybacks here. Scary time to take a fight, but Disruptor, oh my gosh. So much damage as Void jumps in. Chrono on 2. Now the global silence. DP will stay alive, but Doom, the third casualty of this battle. A buyback from the Disruptor. Still might not be enough to turn things around. Pi running through, breaking things up, forces the BKB from Super. ZYD also feeling confident, just trading right clicks. Super has the Yules, buys himself the reset. Lina actually goes down, but it's a dieback for the Disruptor. Ends up being a sloppy fight for Serenity. They can't finish off the Death Prophet, and she sets it up for the Lesh to clean house.
Wow, yeah, I might have had a dieback, but that was 100% worth it to make sure Super survived there. That is the only reason that worked out, I am sure.
No doubt. So another one of these situations where it looks like all they have to do is just find that last fight. LFY are hanging on. Roche still not up. 1 minute, 30 seconds. Everybody will be fresh, less the Disruptor.
There's like a lot of advantages in that area, though. You can almost guarantee it's going to be at nighttime when the fight goes down, just because Night Stalker will have an ultimate. They didn't all these.
It's like could be some lag. Whoa! Man. Epic games here in the China Qualifier Regional Playoffs.
Totally Void does not hang out with the rest.
Playing from his own location. Maybe he plays better in silence, Trent.
Awesome. 7K lead. 40 minutes in. These heroes. Yeah, I'm feeling good. Zeus. Faceless Void. What's the win percent? Well, hold on. I'm going to get 68%.
92.
What?
92.
Alright. I guess it's not that ridiculous.
Definitely not 92. That is... LFY are at a disadvantage.
I bet it's some sort of a percentage based on like just Zeus and Void hitting later or something.
Probably.
I mean, to be fair, like Global Silence is also incredible. The later it goes, they don't have that many options against it.
Do you think the amount of int he's stolen affects it? 42 at 39
That
minutes?
is a direct correlation between win percentage and stolen ints. So
I think so.
$42 int. Wow.
That really is a lot.
So he's been there for 21 of the 33 kills they have?
Yes.
That's fairly impressive for a silencer in a game where he has to be worried about some of these like...
He's 5-4 and 24.
Damn.
He's racking up the assists. The Night Stalker is 3-9 and 20 for comparison. XCJ has played like a madman this game.
He wants to make use of it too there, as he went for the attack range talent, the curse.
Really?
Yeah.
Definitely planning on
Trying to
transitioning
throw
into
down
a
some
care.
heat, man, you know? I mean, those glaives, they are the pure damage.
Pure. Well, back to farming we go, at least until the Roshan comes up, and then I think that will become the focal point of this game. The DP continuing to itemize, very survivability based. That's going to be Shiva's guard now. That hood was definitely the right call. Now DP buys the tome. That'll get her to 25.
To me, it just feels like they have such a hard time interrupting the Team Serenity fight plan. Like, if they're ever trying to play aggressive as LFY, it just seems like Serenity are going to be able to get off the spells that they want.
Isn't that ridiculous, though, that Zeus can just take Afu down below half HP?
Yeah.
Completely global. Basically no risk.
It's something.
There's a gem on that Sand King. Mjolnir up on the Void.
Smoke now for that dire side. So you can see the line they've drawn. Also a simultaneous smoke here from the Radiant.
This is actually a really good Mjolnir game. I think it's positioned to return a lot of damage. Lesh, DP, Sand King, Disruptor, all huge instances of damage.
Dude, this is the battle for Roche. Zeus is in behind. If he was the one caught, it would be incredible. Oh, they see that Radiant Ward. They're going to attack it. They're getting rid of the ward. That means they know they're all there. Night Stalker goes in. Doom goes in.
Doom jumps in first. An early BKB from Luna, or Lena rather, but they're going to catch the Doom and he can't do anything.
Dude, that Yules.
Down he goes. He's going to buy back, though. The fight's not over yet. Dire looking for the right angle to initiate. They catch the Void in the tree line. Now that BKB gets used. Chronosphere just to isolate the DP. Can they bring her down, though? Super lives, and the Void goes down first. Now Monet trying to isolate the Silencer off to the side. He gets glimpsed back. It actually helps him out. Zeus doing the global damage, but DP is healing up. She's still alive. Super finally goes down. No buybacks on LFY, and they could somehow still lose this fight. The Silencer is still alive after all that. The Glimpse 100% saved him, and LFY lose their entire team. Zeus just does too much damage as he pops that refresher at the end of the fight. What a ridiculous exchange. It's a dieback now for the Doom. It's a 3 for 6 when it's all said and done. We'll see if they can get any objectives out of this.
He used both of the ultimates while she was Yules.
That sucks.
And still, they were able to clean her up. That was so close.
Where I come from, you call that one a big-time bummer.
Dude, and XCJ, I have no idea how he lived.
I think the Disruptor literally saved him. He got glimpsed and then glimmer caped, and they had no way to finish him off. He was probably going to die to the Lesh. I'd have to look at the replay to see if he would have been 100% dead, but
I just
the glimpse got him away from the Lesh.
Yeah, I panned away. I was like, all right, Silencer's dead.
Yeah.
And then suddenly he's still just walking around, chucking these long bombs to the stolen in, and well, with him surviving, that's a bit more in on there.
46.
Up to 46, yeah.
He actually hits kind of like a carry. Also, Gem lost, so all this great vision that the Dire have around the Roche pit, well, it's probably going away.
Speaking of the Roche pit, he is still hanging out. Everyone else died.
Roche is the real victor. Monet has done so much damage this game, and he will pick up a Scythe of Vice.
Oh, Arcane Rune here too. Zeus. Well,
oh no, this is such a scary rune.
This is the one time you don't need the DD.
Uh-oh, but they're going to find the Zeus. He gets pulled back. Hex and Static Storm Kinetic Field. Zeus gets blown up.
He has the buyback with the Global Nimbus, so not too big of a deal. He's actually going to bots in onto a creeper.
Oh no! ZZZ misses the ultimate, and now he needs to get out of here. This Death Prophet doing big damage. Global Silence comes. Doom getting isolated on the low ground. He is going to get killed first. Still all 5 alive for Serenity. The Void did live. Super BKB Eon Disc utilized. He is cruising. He's got that haste ultimate. So he is hard to lock down, hard to slow down. Not going to be able to finish off the Night Stalker quite yet. Super does get repelled, walks into a regen room, and now on the other side, they stun the Lena. She's going to go down, but they trade Lesh for it. Maybe get the Void as well. But now Zeus looking for the cleanup. The full step forward, XCJ.
Wow.
With the help of Xing Q, they actually bring down most of the Dire squad.
They basically just ignore Super. He just starts running through them. They realize they don't have the stuns or the control to actually kill him. And considering he had free reign through that fight, running everywhere, he only did 4,200 damage. And then you got Zeus. You know?
It's another ridiculous team fight, though, where it starts so bad for Serenity. Zeus dies, buys back to start this fight. Void misses the chrono, and still LFY can't really seal the deal.
And they're forced into the pit, but just because of this raw damage on the Silencer, it's not that bad. Scout just to be sure.
Yep. No point in play it safe at this stage.
Oh my god, they're going to give this turn back. Ladies and gentlemen, look at that. That is a thing of pure beauty.
And Cheese goes away the Night Stalker, as he is kind of frontliner at this point.
Now, I think you pass this shard over to the Void still. I'm pretty sure.
Especially since you've got Refresher already.
You've got the Orb. Then again, there's an argument.
Triple Nimbus sounds pretty dumb.
Let's see if he drops it for him here.
All in service to imbalance.
Now the Hurricane Pike out on Silencer, so he's attacking from further away. 52 int. The cheese goes to Void. Still the refresher shard.
Alright, I'm into it. I'm fine with 3 ultimates from Zeus, 3 Nimbus, like,
It's a lot of damage. I mean, 3 ultimates. Yeah, that almost kills Disruptor straight up.
The only reason I kind of like it on the Void is because the...
True.
So, like, you Chrono DP once, and then the Eon Disc goes off, and people start rotating around, and then you try and hit her and someone else with a second Chrono. Or obviously just her.
Percentage is Eon Disc 70%. Okay. You might be able to get that Eon Disc proc, though, without using the Chrono.
With Zeus, 100%.
Depending on when she BKBs. It is down to 6 seconds now, so it's a little bit rocky. But Team Serenity, now they've got all the tools they need to try to seal this one. MKB going to be up next on the Void. We'll take a look at buyback status. Lesh, Void, Sand King, the only 3 with it available. A couple of heroes cloaked in the double digits in terms of gold.
Scanning it out here. I like that play. Just kind of wander towards the shrine, pop the ulti to make sure they're not nearby. Guaranteed shrine with no risk.
Has fallen.
BKB Doom. Doom's definitely had a target on his back this game. A lot of these fights have just started with Serenity trying to isolate him.
Well, he also has been playing really aggressively because he has the blink there. So several times he has blinked on the Void and he got chronoed mid-Doom animation. And then the last fight, at least the last fight on the high ground where they are now, you know, blinked onto the Lina and he got Yules right away before he could Doom.
Certainly not for lack of trying on the Doom's part.
Sure. He is tanking a couple ults.
Dire's top shrine is under attack.
Now, same game road to the top shrine. No answer available for LFY, of course. They cannot trade shrines. They do not have the waves in any sort of a favorable position. Leshrac, the one who's sent down bottom, trying some sort of a push going.
That has been certainly a recurring theme this game. Map control has just favored Serenity. As soon as they started getting a little bit of a foothold, they've been really disciplined about deep wards. Still, all of their tier 2s standing at 50 minutes.
Yeah,
they
you can
smoke
see
up
that
now.
LFY, I'm feeling it too. Look at all the sentries they've been placing. It's like, okay, they seem to know everything we're doing. Like, where are these boards? Everywhere.
Well, Captain Zeus draws on the map. They want to go low ground up to the secret shop. Who will they find? It's the Lesh. Big damage before he can even BKB, and there's the Chrono. Leshrac does have buyback, but that is definitely a great way to start this off.
This damage choice from the Void has been working out. I was just wondering if like maybe it was going to be more valuable to go for Chrono and try and rely on the damage from the Silencer, Lina, and the Zeus, just like how much Silencer being jacked up. But the fact that he went for his own damage allows these solo kill plays where maybe he gets a bit behind, or in several of these fights, he's been alone chronoing people and still picking up kills.
Well, even if Lesh buys back here, no BKB for 35 seconds. Doom jumps in, has to pop his BKB, finally gets the Doom off, but it gets interrupted a couple times. I don't think that's the hero that you wanted. Super now very far out of the base, BKB on.
Yeah, that feels miserable.
They just walk away. That's Doom and Exorcism down. And it just doesn't feel like it's that big of a deal.
This sustains. Gold remain.
Yeah, it looks like they knew they wanted to play that one a little bit slow too. They only, they used one refresher, the orb, not the shard. So wait for that to come back. And
they're going to lose the Aegis here in just a minute, but I don't think it matters too much. Zeus even has BKB now, so feeling a little confident in these team fights. This is going to be brutal for LFY. They're going to have to defend this next one without Exorcism.
8 gold lead here too. Night Stalker Ultimate is available as well, so in just another 40 seconds you can pop it, and then that'll carry us right through into a full nighttime.
Radiant are scanning.
Exorcism, so much of the Dire's damage. I'm back for the DP, coming off cooldown momentarily, but still short on the gold.
Silencer's been so good this game. He's level 25 before the Void. That's how much he's been surviving.
Wow, that is really impressive actually. Only 4 deaths. Top tier 3 does get finished off. Apu with a bold initiation, gets silent. Doom jumps in with his BKB, but does not have the ultimate. Kinetic field trying to slow things down a little bit, but now the real high ground siege. Serenity using Lina like a turret. Finishes off the range. Barracks melee now taking damage. They've already used the glyph. Chrono onto 2. Monet gets caught. He'll go down first. Down. No way to react. Super does have the ultimate now. Trying to stand his ground, but no Eon Disc. Uses the Yules. It's not enough. This looks like the beginning of the end for LFY as they tap out. GG is called, and Serenity in 52 minutes secure an ultra kill for their silencer. He started as a support, transitioned into core, and boy was he ever. 60 stolen in after 52 minutes.
I know people were, you know, kind of half joking in terms of